Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you again for, I guess this is a so-called album review that I'm returning to you for, and it's for Logic's new album, Bobby Tarantino 3. I guess it's known as an album, because I looked it up on Wikipedia. It said it's his seventh studio album, so I'm like, huh. But yeah, I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this Bobby Tarantino 3 album that I just got done listening to and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Sorry, my neck has been really sore today, so I've been popping it a bit while trying to work and all that. So sorry if you see me popping it. But yeah, I think the first song, the intro, was not bad. Just he goes yo, 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 and tries to see where he's gonna start rapping. And then he starts rapping in the next song, which is Vaccine, which I really like that song. That was pretty good. Uh, so Logic's flows in most of this album were pretty slow, to be honest, in my opinion, but he's doing what he wants to do, so I'm glad he came back, but at the same time, I don't know, because some of his music didn't strike me as good for a certain time. I thought No Pressure was actually a good album. It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't my favorite album last year. Um, Get Up was, it was fine. Nothing special, but it did all right for what it was going for. Call Me was another weaker song, in my opinion. I don't know, I wasn't feeling for it as much. Like, his clean vocals were pretty solid, but it just kind of made the song seem a little dull. Just pointing out my own opinion. You don't have to agree with me on it. It's just how I felt when I was listening to that song. Inside was probably a favorite of mine. Flawless. Stupid Skit was kind of a weird skit, to be honest. A very weird skit. And it didn't do terrible. It kind of made me laugh, to be honest. Where the guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna rob you" and all that, and I'm like, "What the?" And then someone does that weird female voice, but it's a guy doing it, and I'm like, "The fuck?" Like, this is so fucking weird. But yeah, it was just a weird skit, to be honest. Then comes Theme for the People, and that was really good. I liked Logic's flow in it, and his verses sounded really good. Um, God My Judge was, well, it did drag out for a while, but it didn't do that bad. See You Space Cowboy was pretty good for what it was going for, and the final song, Untitled, closed out this, I guess, so-called album. Alright. So for the runtime, it's like 33 minutes. You're not in for a very long listen. So it's a little over 30 minutes, but you're not in for a very long listen. Um, and production wise, it wasn't terrible, just had some misses. A few misses, I guess you could say. Nothing terrible to where I'm saying that this album is horrible. It's just average at best, in my opinion. Because, in my opinion, I think this album could have used a little work, but keep in mind, it's just how I feel when I'm listening to this album. You don't have to agree with me on it. It's like I said, it's just how I feel when I listen to this album. But overall, I think Logic's Bobby Tarantino 3 album was an average listen. Nothing terrible. Uh, I guess I'm gonna be rating it in a moment. Sorry if you heard that noise. I kind of moved my pen and it hit my Xbox controller. uh, but yeah, it's not a terrible listen. It just, I feel that it could have done better if the clean vocals weren't uh, taking over Logic's pretty much how he's singing and how he's rapping. The rapping's fine. He's good at rapping, but the problem lies with his clean vocals and how it's going to sound overall. But keep in mind, that's just how I feel when I'm listening to this record. But for a score, I'm going to give Logic's Bobby Tarantino 3 album a 7.5 out of 10. This was an average listen. Nothing great, but it could have used a little more work, but this is what he wanted to do. I'm not going to judge too much because I already judged enough to where I'm pointing out my own opinion about what I think of this artist and what I think of this album. And I'm not trying to put the artist down, I'm just pointing out my own critiques on what I think of this album. So if people take it literally, then that's their problem, to be honest. Uh, I don't mean to be a judgmental asshole, but yeah, it's just how I roll with things with my channel. So yeah, but comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Logic Bobby Tarantino 3 album, if you enjoyed it or if you listened to it. And if you like this album review I did for you guys, which it is an album, so I found out on Wikipedia that it's his 7th studio album. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I guess I'll title this an album review when clearly it didn't seem like it was going to be an album. But hey, I guess it is an album after all. But I will return to you for Lil Lotus's new song Rooftop track review. I'm going to try to get it done tonight if I can. If not, you'll be seeing it through the weekend sometime. But anyways, I did the best I could to make this review as good as possible. I know some people kind of take my reviews seriously because I don't say keep in mind for a disclaimer that it's just my opinion at the end of the day, which it is my opinion at the end of the day. You don't have to agree with me on it. It's just how I feel when I'm listening to an artist, a band, or whatever I review, or movies or whatever. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up by saying thank you so much for watching this Logic Bobby Tarantino 3 album review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, take care, and as always, I'll see you in my next review.